The story of SAGE started when we had a new minister who decided to go off and meet lots of community groups. And people in the community were saying that they were socially isolated and that this was a big problem in our community. So the minister came back and asked what we could do. And I had been involved in the setup of 2 groups previously that I knew worked. It was a system that connected people together. And this system was to get people to come and share their knowledge and skills, particularly through an activity-based program. So what you can see behind us is that activity-based program. What you can hear behind us is a lot of people chatting. So one of our activities is actually called the chat group, and they don't do anything except chat. And that is a valid activity. Parents' lives are very complicated these days, and family life can be very complicated. So we can have some people in families who are very socially isolated. We can have families that are very overwhelmed by the in-depth needs that there are around them. And this group actually helps a lot of families. We have the isolated people here. We have the overwhelmed people here. We have people with disabilities here. We very thankfully now have ramp access to this hall, and we have some close car parking, so people who are not able to mobilise easily can still access these activities. We have carers here from the NDIS, and everybody fits in really well together. We have children here. We've discovered there are parents and there are grandparents who have caring needs for children, and they're finding the isolation quite difficult. This gives an opportunity for the children to play. It also gives people an opportunity to do activities at no cost, apart from perhaps they may choose to spend some money on the craft or art activity they're doing. But we try to provide basic activities for every group. There is no cost to come to this, and up until now we've always provided a free morning tea. Community Alliance has come on board with this activity that we had already done, because as part of Community Alliance we lobbied the government for funding for a project in the Mt Gravatt area, which is a southern suburb of Brisbane, to address the issues of Community Alliance. And they actually funded for a year 2 positions. One, both of them based in the local community centre. One of them was to reach out to isolated people in their homes. The other position was to connect with people via doctor surgeries. And both those workers have been able to link some people to this group. This group is not suited for everyone, and we know that, but there are many, many groups in the Mt Gravatt area, and these people have been linking people to all sorts of groups in this area, and the community identified a plethora of groups that we already have that will meet people's needs if only they knew about them. So this little group of SAGE is just one of those groups. And we are incredibly thankful for our involvement with the Community Alliance of Queensland, who have managed to get this funding from the government to get them to see what a significant issue social isolation is in our population. And we're hoping that the government will one day have a Minister for Social Isolation. We certainly want the government to have an inquiry into the level of need within social isolation. And we are very, very thankful for this organisation that is lobbying the government on these grassroots needs of local communities.